My name is Eric Smith, and this is an excerpt from my autobiographical series, My Life in Not So Much a Nutshell, but more of a Melon, Rind. And this is from the third of those 4 books, the prequel. A few months before my 5th birthday, there was a petting zoo at the West End Armory. My mother rolled me over in my yellow toddler stroller. We lived about a half-mile away, so she elected to walk. We arrived at the big brick building in the early afternoon. The guns had been removed from the building solely for the purpose of this traveling petting zoo. The animals were held in paddocks and cages divided among 2 levels of the armory. Upstairs there were small to medium-sized animals, from rabbits to zebras. Downstairs, however, had the bigger animals. A couple of Bactrian camels were in a quarter paddock. There was a lot of people, mostly children, everywhere. In the corner opposite the 2 humped camels was a paddock set up with a long line. There were a few employees in the paddock. 2 were loading and unloading passengers off of an Indian elephant. The other 2 were walking beside a dromedary camel, with another holding a sort of leash. The camel had 4 kids on its back. "Mommy, can I ride the animals?" I asked my mother. "Yeah, why not?" she replied, and we walked to the end of the queue. When it was our turn, a man in a red polo shirt picked me up and set me on the camel's back. My mother climbed up behind me. A couple more kids climbed up and we were off. The camel walked at a slow pace, with the handlers walking alongside and in its wake. It was pretty cool. The line had diminished by the time the ride was over. We stood back at the end, which only had 3 other people. There was a young woman with 2 kids. When the handlers had emptied the elephant's back, they helped us all up onto the pachyderm. I got to sit in the front, and the ride was great. The animals seemed quite friendly, and we were allowed to go around the paddock twice. When the ride was over, the handlers opened a set of doors that I hadn't yet noticed. They directed the 2 animals out the double doors, which were exceptionally tall. It is an armory, after all. The elephant gave us all a trumpeted goodbye on its way out. Everybody laughed.